Welcome back to another K-Dog and Fish retro movie review. I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
This week we're discussing the 1986 cult classic, Big Trouble in Little China.
We got magic, monsters, and martial arts.
Let's go!
Welcome to the very first ever retro film review. I watched it so many times. It's truly unhealthy.
So on this retro review, we're diving deep into the 1986 cult classic, Big Trouble in Little China, directed by John Carpenter, and it made no money, actually lost money. In 1986, this had a $25 million budget. Both Kurt Russell and Carpenter thought it was going to be a hit, and it only made $11 million at the box office. So absolutely did not work. However, it gained cult classic status, especially amongst guys our age. If the whole point of the retro review, if you've never seen this, we hope it encourages you to check out some really cool older movies. Or if you have seen it, you will know exactly what we're talking about and relive some of those amazing memories. So first we'll go into the synopsis a bit, talk about the things we liked, things we didn't like, and of course end this on our spicy meatball rating of 1 to 5.
All right.
So the synopsis. Jack Burton is the character played by Kurt Russell. Him and his best friend, who's played by Dennis Dunn, the character is Wang Chi, and they go to the airport to pick up his fiance, and she gets kidnapped.
Yep. Street gang comes in, kidnaps, no airport security, just boom, right out of there.
You can go right in, just kidnap a woman.
Anybody you want.
You're out.
That's it. We're out of here. That's it. No stopping, no nothing. Let's go. Taco, Get taco on the way out.
So they follow this martial arts street gang of toughs back to an evil sorcerer named Lopan. And Lopan needs to marry a green-eyed woman. It's very specific. A green-eyed woman in order to break a 2,000-year-old curse that will put him back into his physical body. All of this makes perfect logical sense.
I'm in.
And then they've got... He's fighting a bunch of martial arts, and some crazy stuff happens with these three fighters named Rain, Thunder, and Lightning.
They're henchmen.
There's that's a perfect word.
Yeah.
There's also a floating eye thingy.
Yeah, you see that thing?
So Jack and Wang Chi get the help of a lawyer played by Kim Cattrall named Gracie Law. We're not going to get into the fact that they named the lawyer character Law. That's just weird.
That seems like solid writing.
And the bus driver, Egg Shan, played by Victor Wong.
Yep.
And they go to fight these guys and the henchmen and try and rescue Wang Chi's fiance.
Right.
Right. And it's filled with magic, monsters, and martial arts. Just an absolute crazy show. There's a lot of explosions.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie.
A lot of fighting.
Yeah.
But that's basically the synopsis, that they're trying to rescue Wang Chi's fiance from these crazy people. Because, of course, you have to marry a green-eyed woman in order to break
a 2,000-year-old
curse.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Everybody knows that.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, that's just common knowledge. Honestly.
Yeah.
Don't go swimming till 20 minutes after you eat.
Or don't feed a gremlin after midnight.
Exactly.
Everyone knows
this kind of stuff. Yeah.
So that's the synopsis. It's a lot of fun. Of course, it bombed at the box office mostly because Fox didn't know how to market the film. Originally, it was written by a first-time screenwriter, and it was written as a Western.
Okay, all right.
And that didn't work. The studio didn't like it. The Western and the Chinese mysticism. So they hired in some script doctors and they came up with a more modernized version.
All right.
And they didn't know how to market it properly. Of course, it became a cult classic years later on rentals. To me, I remember the first time I watched it, I was blown away. It's just like this crazy underground Chinatown in San Francisco, and there's fighting and there's creatures and there's as a young kid in the 80s, you're like, this is a great movie.
Yeah, the movie was made for our demographic, basically. Yeah.
Also, so John Carpenter directed the film, and he directed Kurt Russell in other movies.
Yeah, The Thing and Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they worked together, and this was, a great teaming up. I actually did not remember that John Carpenter directed the movie, so that was really cool rewatching it for this show. And just the funny stuff with the henchmen, like you almost like Jack Burton, aka Kurt Russell, was very bumbling.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't actually even the hero of the movie.
No, if you really look at the movie now as an adult, his buddy, Wang Chi, played by Dennis Dunn, he's the hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does all the fighting.
Yeah, Jack Burton's basically just a truck driver with really good hair.
Amazing hair.
Solid hair.
If you take the top haircuts in the 1980s, Kurt Russell is right at the top of the list. You put him right there with Swayze. You put him right there with late 80s Rob Lowe.
Yeah, he had it going on.
He had hair. Amazing
Hair for days.
Hair for days.
Yeah.
He had the mullet, but he had beautiful on top. It was and the other thing I remember most too from even watching it back then was the white tank top.
Yeah. He was rocking the white tank top. Yeah.
And jeans, white tank top, and he had that weird pistol that was like it wasn't quite an Uzi, but it wasn't quite a handgun.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And then I think one of the Thunder Lightning Rain guys just crushed it.
Yeah, he totally just crushed it.
But they made that a big part of the movie and the poster.
Yeah.
But that pistol ends up getting completely destroyed.
Yeah, I think he just goes and just gone. Yeah, just like literally shatters like glass. So,
and he's fighting another one, the one with the big round hat, which is really what like the movie got inspired the Mortal Kombat character to do the same sort of
look really?
And shoot lightning and all that.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's interesting.
But I remember him peeking under the hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that scene too, yeah. The one thing I do remember too that I thought was really off-putting was the monster that was in the basement. Do you remember that? And grabbed Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Gracie Law. Awesome name.
Yeah.
And I remember that. I remember that monster being like, really? That seems odd.
Also, that monster, for whatever reason, appears at the very end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert from 1986. But Jack Burton's leaving now.
Yeah.
They've won the battle.
Yeah.
And that monster is on the back of his rig.
Yeah.
And basically setting up a sequel that would never happen because the movie bombed so hard.
Yeah. They're like, we're not putting any more money into this. Yeah.
I also love the bus driver guy.
Yeah.
Victor Wong, and plays Egg Shan. And he's always crazy. He's got crazy eyes.
Yeah.
But he's always fun. I remember him from Three Ninjas. He played the grandfather.
Yeah.
He's been in some other stuff. Like, it was a fun movie. Did it make any sense? No.
No. It was the 80s, though. You can get away with this.
Also, Lopan, who he just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Well deserved.
James Hong, and he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
He
still
looked like he was in his 80s in 1986. He is still alive.
He was 41 at the time of filming.
That's impossible.
He was looking like that's it. You know?
I also like
He
that.
drinks 16 ounces of orange juice, 10 push-ups every morning.
That'll keep you going.
That's it.
I didn't know that.
He's doing good.
That's a good. He does Pilates.
No. Orange juice and push-ups.
OJ pushes.
That's it.
That's what he calls
That's
it.
it.
James Hong, legend, plays Lopan. I remember the crazy costumes, Lopan's palace, all the golden statues everywhere.
There was a lot of explosions.
Yeah.
Which is probably very much like a big concern about Jack Burton's hair.
Oh, you don't want to.
You don't want to.
Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial.
You don't want that going on there too. And then, I also think that I remember you mentioned there was some controversy about The Golden Child coming out, and they were very similar storylines.
Well, very similar as far as like a Westerner being involved in Chinese mysticism. So if you don't know the movie, it was with a different studio, I believe Paramount, and it was Eddie Murphy in a movie called The Golden Child. And because the two studios were releasing or making the films at the same time, John Carpenter rushed to make sure that they got theirs out first because they were competing. So it was about 6 months. The Golden Child was planned for Christmas release, 1986, and Big Trouble in Little China came out 6 months earlier.
Gotcha.
And they are very similar, not to the point of you having to marry a green-eyed woman to kill a curse, but just as far as a fish out of water Westerner involved in Chinese mysticism
All right.
kind of film. So they did beat them to it, although, as we said, Big Trouble in Little China bombed pretty hard.
Yeah, but Eddie Murphy was also super hot at this time.
Yeah.
This was Beverly Hills Cop time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he was a hot ticket. However, I don't think anything beats Kurt Russell, the hair. We're talking like...
Can't go wrong.
It's gotta be the hair, Cotton. It's beautiful, feathered, and lethal. You just don't see it nowadays.
perfect. I thought he nailed it.
Kept it tight.
Love the movie. Like, as far as rewatching it, is it well written? No.
Yeah.
Is it well acted?
There may be some plot holes.
No.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone who doesn't think that Big Trouble in Little China is fun.
All right.
One other really cool thing I heard was that the role of Wang Chi, who was played by Dennis Dunn, was originally, they really wanted Jackie Chan, which is years before Rumble in the Bronx. So
That's crazy.
The studio said no, and the reason why is Jackie Chan's English was so bad.
Okay.
And Dennis Dunn had a ton of lines. So he's basically the hero of the film.
He's the hero of the film, so you have to be able to speak.
So his English was just way better, and he had martial arts experience. Was he as talented martial arts wise as Jackie Chan? No.
Yeah.
But he spoke. He was second banana basically in the film, and if you rewatch it, he's actually the hero of the film, as you said.
Yeah.
So not having him over Jackie Chan, I think that would have been a completely different film.
Oh, totally. Actually, if you even think about Rumble in the Bronx, Jackie Chan didn't have a lot of dialogue in that. And that had to be 7 years later? What did you think? 93 was Rumble in the Bronx?
Yeah, it's just about,
around there. So we're talking 7 years later.
Yeah, for him to get his break in America.
Crazy. I didn't know that. That's cool. All right.
K-Dog, on our spicy meatball rating of 1 to 5, what do you give Big Trouble in Little China?
I think I'm going to give it like a 3.5.
Okay.
I feel that's low, but I also don't think I can give it a 4.
Okay.
You know? So I'm going to give it a 3.5. I feel horrible saying that, actually.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going 4.5.
4.5.
Because
now I feel bad.
Now no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, however, when I think of like my favorite things, as a young teenager, and you're just like, it's just one of those movies where it's just it's legendary. Rewatching it now again, I just, nostalgia gives me a 4.5.
All right.
It's just funny. It's entertaining. A lot of great, actually really bad special effects, but great scenes and great, just a fun story.
Yeah, special effects were pretty bad. I'm pretty sure you could see the wires when they were dropping all the guys down and stuff.
The flying.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Even though the thunder, lightning, and rain, they were flying a lot.
Yeah, they're flying a lot, but you could see the cables that were and the guys behind just trying to hold them up, So, anyways, whatever.
So that is our rating. Again, the point of these is for you guys to relive a classic. If you've never seen it before, we definitely recommend on this spicy meatball rating scale. Both of us would put it there that it's worth watching just to be a big part of pop culture. Like, it is worth the watch. So check out Big Trouble in Little China. Hopefully we can find out if it's streaming somewhere. We'll get Carl the Super Chicken to let us know that on screen.
Oh, it totally is. I saw it actually somewhere.
It must be. Yeah.
Netflix maybe? I don't know. I saw it. It's definitely streaming.
We'll get that out so that you guys have a way of watching it. And for this video, we really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.